Once upon a time, over 445,000 residents lived among the 72 municipalities of York County, Pennsylvania, each going about their way, trying to live easily in their homes and communities, each wanting to have the best quality of life possible as they age. Little did they realize an invisible barrier was impacting how and where they choose to live. This barrier was threatening their job choices. It was limiting their opportunities to do the fun and interesting things they desired. This invisible barrier was even preventing the community from making policy changes that could broaden their housing options. The people of York County didn't understand that things could be different and better. For years, community leaders discussed how to address this invisible barrier. A few worried that it was very bad to tell York Countyans about it. They were afraid it would cause panic and thought keeping it a secret was best so that things would remain status quo. A few of these leaders didn't even acknowledge the invisible barrier existed. However, most of the community leaders disagreed. They believed they owed it to the residents to do everything possible to make York County a vibrant community where all ages thrive. So, they put a plan in place to address it. Their first action was to name the invisible barrier. They called it ageism. Once named, the community leaders began to identify how the lives of York Countyans will improve once the barrier of ageism is removed.
Just think about the changes in employment that will occur,
said Peter.
My wife, who is 61 years old, feels like her employer and colleagues are just waiting for her to retire. When ageism is removed, employers will have programs and policies in place that promote an age-inclusive workforce and even consider qualified older applicants for jobs.
So true,
said Sophia.
We can't forget about housing. When ageism is removed, there will be more ordinances in place that support innovative housing options, like converting a garage or adding a tiny house to a property. I would love to be able to do this so my newly widowed father could live independently yet be close.
Kadeem added,
That's a great idea, Sophia. We also need to make sure there's housing that is modified to support living as we age. My sister lives in Portland, Oregon, in apartments that are close to a grocery store, doctor's office, and most importantly, a public transportation stop. She has access to everything she needs.
The creative juices were really flowing. Leaders of all ages and expertise continued to shout out ways York County will be a great place to both grow up and grow older. JJ shared,
But we can't forget about outdoor spaces. We need to make sure sidewalks are even and there's plenty of accessible parking.
I'll add to that.
said Carol.
I love to go for walks with my grandma, yet those uneven sidewalks make it very hard for me to push my son in his stroller, let alone for my grandma Nan, who uses a wheelchair. I wish York County had parks with paved paths wider than a standard trail, so strollers and wheelchairs could easily travel side by side.
Quinn suggested we think about the older people living who are isolated.
I think it's important that York County has ways for people to engage and connect with others. When ageism is removed, our community will offer more ways for people to interact, even if living alone or without internet.
We can't forget about how people think about aging and older people.
Commented Sally.
It seems every time I have a conversation with my neighbor, she's so down about our aging. When we remove ageism, people will understand one's value isn't based on what they look like or what they can do compared to others. Instead, York Countyans will appreciate how older people's life experiences are what's really important.
This is so exciting,
shouted Lee.
but we can't do this alone. It's going to require everyone, across all generations, across all sectors, sharing, working, and learning together. We've had enough talk. How and where do we begin?
That's the middle of the story. Its ending is yet to be written. What happens next is up to each of us.
Thank you, Scott. You're right. The story's ending depends on each of us. Over 110 years ago, a woman gave a gift to York County. the gift of ensuring York Countyans can have the best quality of life possible as we age. This woman's name was Anna Gardner, and today her gift supports the work of York County Community Foundation's Embracing Aging. We're honored to carry forth her legacy. People are living longer, and as a result, older people are doing and spending more. They're reimagining life beyond traditional retirement age. Ageism impacts everything and affects everyone, which is why Embracing Aging focuses on addressing it. Without attitudes and a culture that embraces aging, the quality of life for people of all ages living in York County will be compromised. It's time we recognize the strengths we each bring based on our age. We need a community where all generations work together, a community that offers options on where and how we want to live, and has opportunities for us to engage and connect how we desire as we grow older. That's the York County I want to live in, an age-friendly York County that builds our ability to adapt and has our backs as we age. There's a movement building in York County, or as the book title says, a new age is coming. Watch for it, join in, promote it, and make an impact. You play a key role in writing the ending to the story. Together, we can make York County a vibrant community where all ages thrive.